Welcome back to another Diamond Diggers Gaming video, and actually, more specifically, our second devlog. Alright, I know I said this might be monthly, but it's, I think last time I checked, it's been 3 months, I don't know. It's definitely hasn't been monthly, but the longer waiting periods have brought more content or changes to the game, including a name change. As you might see now, instead of what I've been going for a couple years now, Blocky Quest, I have settled on the name Remnant. I just felt it fits together with the, I guess, story or theme of the game that I'm going for, and yeah, I think it's a good one. Alright, so let's start breaking down all the changes. Now there's going to be quite a few, so I'm probably going to skip a lot of it, but most of the stuff you'll see is going to be the important stuff. First of all, we got a main menu. That's a big change than what I had before. Last time I just boot up into a world and that's about it. Alright, so let's begin breaking this down, and we'll start here, obviously. We'll start up here, the little Twitter icon that brings us to the Critically Pixel Twitter, which is where you can see updates a lot more frequently than these videos about their little tweets about the game and stuff. So yeah, follow that. It'll be right down in the description if you want to see a lot more live progress on the game. And now we'll go play. Brings you to obviously a way to play the game, a number of slots that you can choose from to start. Options are options, change the gameplay, video, and all that. Stats and credits don't do anything yet, but they will. This one will show your overall stats you've gained throughout the whole game, and credits will be usually credits, and quit obviously quits the game. So we'll start options. So you got gameplay. You can enable a controller or gamepad that is plugged in. 0 means off, 1 means on. It'll be off and on later on, but that's just what it means. You can also change the GUI scale, so how big it is appears on the screen. Because I know it goes up to 2 and starts at 1. I like it right here, right in the middle. But yeah, so you can change that. Go to video, you can change the resolution if it's in full screen, VSync, and particles. I heavily recommend VSync because if you don't know what that is, if you don't have it on, then you'll see like lines on the screen. It's from refresh rate not matching with the frame rate. But yeah, you got some nice settings here. And audio and controls are also empty, but those will eventually be what they do. You could key map your controls and change the audio levels. Right now there is no audio, so there's no point in that. Now play, we'll start with an empty slot. Here, if you already have one, you could delete it, like this, delete. And yeah, I'll show you this one since I here. This shows how much money you have in the game, what level you are, and what weapon you currently have. Because I don't remember if I said this in the last video, but when you start the game, you choose your weapon right here. And once you choose it, that's the weapon you stick with for the entirety of the game. And you have to keep it. So let's do a shotgun. Right now they're not balanced at all. Alright, so let's begin. And now, again, we're already starting off to a bunch of different elements right here. First of all, the backgrounds are much better than what I had them before. Mainly because of the resolution addition. And we also have this drop ship thingy. Now, this is going to be where you set up all of your upgrades. You know how I had that pedestal thing before in the last build of the game? This is where you're going to be able to do it now when you start. And so there'll be GUI screens all over here in this main empty area. And this is where you'll set up your character. And once you hit launch, you're launched into the world. Oh, by the way, I picked shotgun, but it wasn't carried over. I haven't done that yet. It's really easy. I just haven't done it. So I'll pretend I have it by picking it up. So yeah, so once you're launched into the world, you can't go back into that setup screen until you die. So once you die, then you'll be able to start over with your new upgrades that you've just gained throughout your life there before you died, and then you could upgrade even more. So you only access that when you die or you complete a level. Alright, so also a lot of the textures have probably changed, including the GUI. That's a big change. I like this a lot better. It just looks a lot more clean. And yeah, I'll go over and explain. This is your currency, ammo. You can see here, this is the power level. As when I did that, was a dash or a dodge. Yeah, that's the power level when you could use it again when it goes down. Health, this is your health. This is the experience. When it fills up, you move up a level, and this number here is your level. And this is the overall time you've done. Alright, so let's see. When you shoot an enemy, you see little fire particles right now. That's just a fire effect, fire element kind of bullet. So they'll take damage over time. That's just enabled now. Obviously, it's not going to be default. That'll probably be an upgrade or something similar. Yeah, this is just a dummy character. He just doesn't do anything, just sits there. And now, again, a lot has changed, and I forgot how I planned out the game in that last video I had, but I'll kind of rework it now. So you're gonna have these portals, kind of, and they will bring you to different themed levels of the world. And so there's gonna be 4 of them in the beginning of each play, and they'll be randomized on what theme they're based on and maybe their layout. I'm not sure about that one yet. But you have to complete those 4 levels to move on to the 5th, and it'll be a bigger gate, and that will be the last one they have to complete. And each gate will have a boss at the end and specialized enemies that fit the theme. So yeah, right now none of these gates are actually finished or even close. This one's a snowy area that's not even working at the moment. If I go there, I'll get stuck. This is a green hilly kind of area. I'll show you that one. And then this one over here is an arena kind of level. This was made just for people when they're testing the game, just to have something to do. Yeah, I'll do one round of it now. Alright, and you're brought into the arena, and you have to basically survive until that timer up top goes down. Every time you survive, the difficulty gets harder, which is right now it's 1. So next time if I go in here, it'll be 2 and whatnot. There haven't been any new enemies since the video I showed. Maybe heat-seeking missiles, but I forget if those are even in there. A lot of the changes, actually a lot of the work that I've been doing have been mostly changes instead of additions, just because the game how it was, it just need to be changed to fit the new ideas I had. These chests won't be in the main hub area either. So yeah, here I'll show you the kind of basic idea of it. So you'll spawn to this world, and what these spawners mean, there's a set for each level. So the green you come out, and the red is where you will end the level. Obviously it's not going to be this close in the final game, but it will be very similar to this. And there's different pairs, like this is the first pair, that's why it's one of them. There's a second pair here and third pair there, something like that. But it'll be randomized for when you play, so that you don't start off in the same place every single time you play that level. There'll be like 3 different areas that you can start off from, and the end point will be somewhere else. So it will kind of give you a different feel for when you play the level. And these levels are pretty big. Of course, again, as you can tell, a lot of it's work in progress and not gonna fit the final thing. But basically, when you spawn, you're gonna have to try to find the exit while enemies and obstacles are spawning with you in the room. You have to fight your way through, and if you want, take the extra routes to go find collectibles and upgrades throughout the world. Now, there definitely won't be this many chests, as you see. I think last time actually these are the same boosts that were in the last one. Now they look like little CPU chips. This one doesn't currently work, but oh yeah, rumble effects, that's new I think. It's been a long time since I did that last video, but yeah. The quality I'm sure has improved a lot, because when I recorded it there was no 1080p. It was just like 640, so that's probably why it looked really weird in that last video. This one should look a lot more crisp. I think the missile, yeah, I forget if these were in there, but there's heat-seeking missiles now. I kind of got off track. I didn't really have a plan for them, but it looked cool, so I wanted to do it. Yeah, they chase you. They hurt too. Destroy this. Yeah, a lot of this, again, work in progress, as you can tell from the last video of how much stuff changed. Also, that energy bar that was over here got cut, because it just didn't fit anymore. But something that did stay is the death part, where if you die, you're going to have to pay a certain amount based on your current level and how many times you've died already. And it will be added up through some sort of function, not function, equation, I guess. A simple, just little thing. So every time you die, it's gonna cost you money. And if you don't have enough, then you have to erase your save file completely and start from scratch. So that kind of gives the player a choice of should they save up their money or should they spend it all and risk the rewards, I guess. Risk versus reward is what they call it. And here is a special kind of chest that requires keys. Keys are a new thing that I've introduced. Here I'll be make a new mechanic where you can find keys throughout the world. And I'll spawn a bunch. Oh, what did I press? Alright, sorry about that. Of course, just like the last video, there will be crashes. I do not plan on, I guess, picking up the keys. That many is not a good idea. I found out why, but anyway, since I can't really show you, you kind of saw the idea. You find the keys throughout the world and then you'll be able to unlock them. Right now I can't unlock it because I don't have any, but it'll open up to better loot. Right now they just drop the same thing as the other chests, but yeah, they'll most likely have better upgrades or a lot more coins, something like that. Just add a little variety, yeah, whatever, of different loot to find. Let's see what else. Let's exit. See this, since I had to reload the game. See, this is the number 2 set, and it's not over here anymore. So that kind of just shows you the system. Obviously, again, they won't be right next to each other in the final game, so that'd be pretty pointless. And now let's exit the level. Now we're back down here. Actually, we should be up in the ship since we just completed the level, but I did not put that in yet, so gotta do that. What else is different? The mountain's a higher resolution, I know that. That's a lot of it. Again, it's probably a lot of little things that have changed, but a lot of the bigger stuff I've showed you. Again, a cleaner GUI down there. More of the systems that I've said in the first video are now implemented, at least the foundations for them. The whole upgrade pedestal thing, and it takes your experience, and that's been cut. Again, it didn't fit right with what I was going for, and now it's going to be in that spawn ship. That's kind of like the new pedestal. It will be there, and that's where you'll be able to equip all those upgrades and purchase them. And it's going to be bought with money, not experience. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, let's just, oh, I can show you the death thing now. I'll just kill myself real quick. Yep, see, it's gonna be probably a lot more interesting than just a text, right? Just a line of text. But yeah, it'll cost $40. If I want, I can continue it now. Return to the menu or just quit, but it'll remember that I quit. Either way, it's gonna take away the money because I can have it and it will start me back up at the ship. It's like, if I don't want to play, so I'm mad because I just died, go back to the menu, a little opening thing, and it's this one, I believe. Oh god, none of the money saved. I don't even remember what profile it was. I think it was this one. Let's see, I had like 90-something dollars. Alright, well. Well, it's supposed to do that. Let's just say that. And if you don't, if like I have $0, I don't have enough, it won't let me continue. I just have to return to the menu. And then, yes, it's an empty slot now because I didn't have enough, so it just gets deleted. So yeah, that's a lot of the big changes that has happened for my game. I hope to share more frequent updates, but then again, if not, it just means bigger stuff is coming. And yeah, hopefully we can actually get this to a real game now that we have a lot of the more foundation needed stuff in. We can get somewhere. Maybe I'll even have the first planes level done. Who knows? Alright, thank you for... Oh, one more thing. Be sure, again, to check out the Twitter. I'll put it in the description at Critically Pixel. That's where you can find more frequent updates on the game. I usually put like a picture of a GIF or something like that of something I've been working on. But yeah, follow that if you want more updates. And remember to subscribe, like, leave any questions, comments. I appreciate it all. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.